Distinguished adventurers, happy 3rd anniversary and welcome to the D&D Beyond birthday celebration. I'm so excited. We are here for a day of live streams celebrating our community. We're raising money for Extra Life, and we're giving away some legendary bundles while we do it. I'm Lauren, the community manager for D&D Beyond. And I am so excited to be the first up in our 3-game stream. But mostly I'm just excited to play with these awesome people that I have with me who are going to introduce themselves now. Let's start with Hope. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, me, always first. Oh, gosh.
Yep, always first.
Nerve-wracking. Hi, my name is Hope Lavelle. I'm a stunt actress, mocap actress, improv actor extraordinaire. You can find me on Twitter at @TheHopeLavelle. That's me.
And Eugenio?
Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands. I am the DM and producer of The Last Refuge, an actual play D&D podcast. And you can follow me on Twitter at @DND. Nope, that's the podcast. I'm at DM Jazzy Hands. Last Refuge is at DND Last Refuge.
And Serena.
Hi, everyone. I'm Serena Marie. I'm a voice actor and illustrator. I was also a previous cast member on Rivals of Waterdeep seasons 1 through 6. I'm also the community and marketing manager for Critical Role.
And Omega.
Hey friends, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. I am an actor and vocalist and content creator on the Twitters. You can catch me everywhere at Critical Bard. I am the jingle artist for Critter Hug with Critical Role, and I am the host and creator of the hashtag BlackAF Roundtable, a series of talks about racism in the tabletop community. I'm very excited to be here.
And last but certainly not least, my boss and yours, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, VP of Tabletop at Fandom, co-founder of D&D Beyond, working on some fun Cortex stuff these days as well. And I am terribly excited to be celebrating just 3 years. It seems like much more than 3 years in good and bad ways, maybe. But it has been a wonderful, wonderful journey. I appreciate everyone for joining us today on it.
All right, we are here to play an awesome game for charity, which means if you look below my giant head right now, you will see a link, dndbeyond.link/donate, that will take you to our Extra Life page, where not only can you do some good for kids, but you can get some amazing incentives for all 3 of the games. Specifically for mine, since this is the one that's coming up now, you can gift a player a D6 to help them on one of their rolls. You can ask for divine intervention. I have a table over here of 100 different things that can happen if they roll on the divine intervention table. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. One of them is the deck of many things. You can also ask for angels to appear and help our players. That's awesome. Our players do have to sing their requests to the choir, though, if they want it to happen. And finally, if you do have enough money for a diamond worth 500 gold pieces, you can summon my cleric, Orkira, to show up, who will help the party with any one thing. So if you would like to help out kids and have some ridiculous things happen during the game, go check out that link. And remember, if any one of us rolls a natural 20 during the game, you in the chat will have the chance to win a legendary bundle. So stick around and see if that happens, because, it's the anniversary. Let's give some presents away to our community. And with all of that out of the way, shall we begin? Awesome. Let's party. The 34th annual Boken Bake Off is a event that is looked forward to all year round. It is in itself a fundraiser to raise money for the local orphanage. Sister Mary Matta, who is the penguin Aarakocra who's in charge of the orphanage, hustles all of the kids off to a fun day at the beach, while the town rallies around this basically large bake-off. And it's basically a large fair environment that you are coming to as honored guests and well-known clerics in the Boken community. So each of you are coming to this event hoping to raise as much money for the orphanage and also maybe show off your clerical pride a bit. And as you arrive, you see the orphanage standing with streamers and the big sign over it saying 34th Annual Boken Bake Off, and a whole bunch of tables set up for all of you to set up at. As you arrive, Cherry, we'll start with you because I like watching you squirm. Would you describe your character to us, and what are you bringing to the bake-off?
Well, hi, my name is Cherry. I am just the most beautiful autumn curvy eladrin cleric, domain unity. And I have brought, well, first off, you'll see I'm wearing a very beautiful autumn tunic. And in front of that is a white apron that says Heal the Cook. And I have brought my famous honeysuckle pies. And I tell you, they are just so sweet. You're going to be, mwah.
Perfect. You bring all of your pies on over to a table that actually has a little sign on it saying for Cherry. Let's see. Waffle, as you arrive, you see Cherry setting up. Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself and what are you bringing?
Hey everyone, my name is Waffles. I am a tabaxi trickster domain, and Waffles is like a serval cat, so their ears are on the top of their head and they're spotted with like a mauve and kind of pinkish markings. In their hand, they're carrying a large metal tray full of savory meat pies, because everyone only brings like sweet things to bake off. So I'm bringing like hearty, delicious meat and potato pies.
I love it. So you find your table with the little sign there, and shortly after the two of you arrive, Rad, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself? Did I get that right, Rad?
I can't find my cursor, so I can't unmute myself. Yes, you did. Yes, I am Radencio, but you can call me Rad. I hail from the Shadowfell. I am a Shadarkai Twilight cleric who is curious about this daylight and sun that I have heard so much about. I come to you today bringing a delicacy from my land. It is baked darkness. They are little pies, little cakes, sorry, and I call them my day and night cakes because they are literally, the cake itself is baked darkness, but I put a nice little icing sun on the top just to give it a little bit of sunshine in the mix.
That's awesome. All right. You also find a table nearby as the three of you are setting up Parnax. You show up. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Parnax the Builder. I am a nice little dwarf forge cleric of Moradin. And I'm actually setting up a really nice grill station that I created myself. There's lots of meat. There's lots of meat next to me as I'm getting it prepared for the group. And he is super excited. He also has an apron on, but instead of it saying Forge Master that he is, it's crossed out with Grill. So he's a grill master right now. And he's just very, very, very excited. Hello, my friends. But that's it.
I'm loving that. I'm going to have to get used to rolling my R's for half of you. Finally, as the four of you are there is one final table that a final cleric approaches. Roughshod, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
Yes, so I am Roughshod, and I am a centaur, and very, very large at that. And so as a centaur, I don't really know how to set up tables very effectively, but being a cleric of nature, I have been very, very clear that there are not enough vegetables here today with all of these baked goods. And so I have put together something that is going to help the children and everyone else that needs to eat all of the sweets here today a little more healthy, because if you eat your vegetables, you will grow up strong and healthy. And so therefore, it is an assortment of different kinds of leaves and acorns and just a little bit of moss that I really enjoy from my homeland, which is a faraway place. I have come here through a series of doors and portals. I worship someone called Aslan, but some of you know him, I believe, in this world as Nobanyan. And so we have put this together here today, and I am sure that even though it won't be as flashy or probably won't make as much money for the charity, I at least will help everyone go home without any sort of tummy ache here today.
Excellent. You are all aware that this charity event is a source of pride in the community, that it is an honor for you to be invited, and people are already lining up to take part in some of the fair rides that are happening and to buy your goods. And so this is less about a competition between all of you and more just a moment to come together as a community and raise money for the orphans. So it's more of a friendly rivalry as you all start to set up. And as we set up, there have been a couple donations that have come on in. All of them have been given to random people, so I've already gone ahead and rolled. Rad, you now have a D6 to add to any D20 roll. And then we're going to roll again to see who gets the first divine intervention. Parnax. You get the first one. So as you are all setting up these delicious treats, I would like you to roll a percentile dice and tell me what you get.
Oh, God. I shall use my metal dice from Level Up Dice. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, that is 59.
59. All right. As you are setting up your grill and you've got all this delicious meat out and you've turned to the grill so everybody sees your left side as you've got kind of the grill on your right, and everybody watches as a shimmering glittery purple wave comes over his left side, and the left side of your body turns a lovely glittery lavender color.
Fabulous.
Do I notice this?
I'm assuming at some point as you are grilling, you look at your left arm.
Yeah, I guess I'm like getting stuff prepared and I look down and oh, what in the Moradin is going on? It must have been the I don't know, the Spacer Beast probably touched me, I'm not sure. Does anybody have a cure for this? Oh, no, never mind, it's pretty. And I'm just gonna go back to work. He's kind of used to random stuff happening at this point.
You do know that sometimes with all these good clerics here doing good for a good community, this can be a location in where people who want to do mischief or maybe some of the less savory powerful creatures out there might show up for problems, which is one of the reasons it's such an honor to have these powerful clerics here. But for the moment, you are all baking and grilling and selling. And tell me, are each of you trying each other's wares and goods?
Oh, yes. I want to try everyone's dish because everyone is equal here. And we just love that you all are contributing to the community that we have.
I also really, I really super like snacks. So I'm going to try everyone's food.
I want to try everyone's food, but I'm definitely the one who's always stuck behind the grill cooking while everyone else eats. But that's okay. He likes that.
Oh, you're such a martyr. I tell you what.
Oh, jeez. Sorry,
Rad
we
is...
just
what did we
had...
get?
Rad, go ahead and describe what you're about to say, and then
Okay.
we're going to be... Some divine intervention is going to happen, so go ahead.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah.
I
I know
thought
I
there
was going to
was
say
singing
Rad is...
about divine intervention. Like, did we
Rad
miss the
is
singing?
also... Oh. No, I think that's the angel assistance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Bring in
angel
the
assistance.
angels.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want the angels, you gotta donate a little bit more for that. But then the players get to ask for help. Divine intervention is, think of it like wild magic surges, except more fun. Anyway, Rad.
That's fine. Rad also is definitely going to try everything, but he has in his pouch, he has a couple of his baked darkness cakes with him, because all of the food from the land of light is a little odd to him, and he finds it necessary sometimes to have a palate cleanser with him.
Awesome. Okay, Waffles, you have a d6 to use on any d20 roll that you want to use. We have a divine intervention for Hope's character. So, Cherry, go ahead and roll a percentile die.
Okay, I got 27.
27. Okay. As you are all serving up all of these delicious pies and meats and, passing along samples, and people are starting to come by and paying you, and it's one of those things in where they're paying you in whatever money they have. It's kind of pay what you want, and some of them are putting down gold and platinum, and some only have a silver or a copper, and whatever people have, it's all going towards the orphans. And then all of a sudden, in front of you, Cherry, a creature appears, a mechanical cube with little tiny angel wings and large mechanical arms and legs and two eyes with a little tiny mouth. And you hear a voice say, "Oh my, this is very curious. I did not mean to. Oh, pies!" And immediately starts reaching for some of your pies.
All right, you little cute thing. Gosh, you're the cutest thing since corduroy. Here, please have one of my pies. What's your name?
I am designation 1732428, and I've been told I'm very cute, but I've not been able to get that on a scale of 1 to 10. Thank you very much. And he takes one of the pies and he pulls out a thermometer and he sticks it in there. And then he's going to immediately start walking to all of your stations, trying to catalog all of your pies. While that's happening, we have we have a divine intervention for me. We have one that's a random one, and we have a Lauren's choice. So I think what we're going to do is we have 3 people who haven't rolled on this table yet. I would like the 3 people who haven't rolled on this table to roll me a percentile dice, and let's see what happens as this Modron is shuffling about, basically just cutting line and grabbing food.
This entire show is about to be just chaos.
Yes, welcome to
1.
Oh,
Did you really get a 1?
I rolled 001.
Oh, okay. And
I hope it's a good one.
Parnax?
No, I already rolled. You said
yeah, sorry. So
Rad and Waffle.
Rad and Waffle. So Rad,
I have an 89.
89, and Waffles.
65.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Roughshod,
boy.
as this Modron shows up to your wonderful vegetable spread,
Well, hello there, little one.
you vanish.
This is just a normal day for me, to be quite honest.
You, one moment, are standing in this lovely field helping the orphans, and the next minute, you're a centaur, right?
Yes.
You are hoof deep in ice cream. All around you is a sea of gelato and ice cream and milkshakes. There's a bunch of mountains off to the right that are whipped cream with cherries on top. You see an huge elk that seems to be made out of candy canes. And for the next minute, you've been teleported to the plane of ice cream and milkshakes.
yes.
Okay.
Bring some
So
back.
I Roughshod simply just I feel as though I have always wanted to be here, probably in a past life somewhere. And keep in mind, I have horseshoes of speed. And so
Okay.
then I am going to zip and gallop everywhere that I possibly can. I'm trying to chart this entire place because I am familiar with this kind of magic and I know that it is probably a temporary stay. And as I'm doing so, I'm taking my arms and just grabbing as much as I possibly can and shoveling it in, and I'm covered head to toe in all kinds of sticky goodness.
Awesome. I'm going to want you to describe what specifically you bring back from your trip. Meanwhile, back on the material plane, as your cleric companions are startled by your sudden disappearance, Rad, you gasp And when you gasp, there's this multicolored glitter that comes out of your mouth.
Well, obviously, but what's the divine intervention?
You spit glitter whenever you talk. It gets everywhere. The effect ends after 1 minute, but the glitter doesn't go away.
Oh, never.
No, doesn't go away.
Yes.
So you gasp and multicolored glitter goes all over everything.
Wait, I have an idea. And I'm going to take one of my little baked darknesses out and say, aren't you a perfect little cake? And just sort of turn it as I do. And now it not only has a sun on top, but it's sparkling. And we won't really talk about also the, droplets that landed on it. But it's fine. I'm going to be the one eating it. It's pretty. It's fine.
In this magic world, everything is completely sterile and
That's right.
There's no
also,
problems.
We're clerics. We can deal with it. It's fine.
Exactly. You've got spells for that.
That's right.
Yeah, so as this glitter is happening, as your centaur companion has disappeared, Waffles, you're suddenly very aware of all of the sounds around you. And everything is a bit louder, and you feel something on the top of your head that is distracting, and you reach up and up and up. You've grown rabbit ears. You now you have advantage on perception checks made to listen.
Do you guys see this? And I'm gonna run up to Cherry and then kind of like show off my ears.
Wow, that's just the cutest thing I've ever seen since that box that just arrived.
I am not a box. I am a modron from. Oh, do you also have pies? Can I catalog all of your pies as well?
Yes, I have meat pies, and you're a modron. I've never seen one of you in real life, and I'm kind of gonna sit on the ground with my pie, rabbit ears perked up, and stare and study this modron while handing them a pie.
They sit down, they take the pie, and they start to stare and study you. And the two of you spend a little bit of time kind of curiously eyeing each other. Meanwhile, I've got a D6, Waffle's got a D6, and Cherry has a divine intervention. So I need Cherry to roll on
This is going to be the whole game, and we love it. So just keep it coming.
I might have planned for that. We'll see. While Cherry is rolling roughshod, since it's been a minute, just as Rad has finished glazing some of his pies with this magical glitter that is coming out of his mouth, you reappear from the plane of ice cream and milkshakes. What is one thing that you are really proud that you were able to grab before you came back?
All right, so keep in mind that I have saddlebags. So these are fairly large, all right? And so the entire saddlebag is filled with jelly beans. So there are just jelly beans everywhere. But then several jelly beans just stuck all over Roughshod because he's also covered in gelato and everything else. And then he simply emerges from that and says, "Oh, the trials and tribulations. I tried to behave myself. I brought vegetables and everything, and I am so weak. The flesh is truly, truly weak. I could not contain myself. I was surrounded by so much temptation, and I failed. I have failed. I have no discipline. Someone please relieve me of these tiny morsels of sin and temptation. Please, please."
Oh, buddy.
At least you look delicious.
Oh, do you have the rocky road? I like that stuff.
It was a very rocky road, I assure you. My mind was just assaulted. My senses were completely overcome. I was not myself when I was in that place.
Roughshod.
I want to go. Sorry.
Yeah, give me your beans. I will wield the load of and carry the weight of all of the ice. Just give it to me. I want it.
So the problem is my arms. I had a shoulder injury not too long ago. I have these saddlebags. I can't quite reach them though.
Okay.
It's a very awkward body that I actually have. So
Your body is perfect. Don't
It is
say
not
that.
awkward. You know what is awkward? A beholder that is mixed with an owlbear. Have you ever seen that? I have. It's weird. You're
Whoa.
fine. You're
That
pretty.
sounds cuter than that girl's ears right there.
somehow makes me feel better, I
What?
think.
Oh, hello, little Tabax bunny.
I thought that you were a feline sort of creature before, but now it looks not feline.
A miracle happened. Like there's so many mini miracles happening all around us. You have a glow arm. That thing is a square situation, and you went to a different plane. And I'm like eating jelly beans as I'm talking.
Plane of sin and temptation. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely wonderful. Jelly beans are the kind that are amazing flavors. Each one is a different flavor, and none of them are those disgusting flavors. They're all good.
Oh,
all
but the butter popcorn is the best.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
My
As
least favorite one.
Okay.
and you know what? Waffles, the plane of ice cream and milkshakes, is so magical that these jelly beans that he's come back with, every time you go to reach into the bag for one of these jelly beans, for you, it's never buttered popcorn. It's always something that you enjoy.
Amazing.
What is the one that you enjoy the most?
It's the yellow ones, and I pull it out thinking that it's going to be lemon, which is a flavor that I have, a sunlight daytime world flavor that I've come to really enjoy. And it is lemon, but it's lemon with a little bit of sunshine mixed in,
Aw.
which just delights me.
Tastes like sunshine.
My favorite actual jelly bean is the pear one. The pear, like, where it's like a fresh burst of like joy in your mouth. Yeah, that sounds great. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
at least that one's a fruit, and I imagine if it's a fruit, it's got to be healthier than most of these.
And as the Modron waddles over to you, Roughshod, and is starting to catalog all of the things that are in your saddlebag, Cherry, what did you roll on your divine intervention?
Come on, Eldath, show my path. I got a 48.
I got a 48.
8. Okay, I need you to roll for me a D10.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
All right. D10. Here we go. It's a 2.
The 2. You grow by 2 feet.
Ah!
You are now 2 feet taller.
Nice.
And it makes that noise when you do it because it's ridiculous.
Well, look at the view from up here. Ain't that just darling?
How tall are you now?
2 feet taller? Let's see. That would make me about 8 feet tall.
Ah!
Hello to you. How'd you get up there? I'm jealous.
You know what? I asked Eldath to show me my path, and I guess it was straight up.
Moradin, can I get some height too? This isn't fair. I'm literally a dwarf. I'm probably the shortest one of all of you.
Parnax, another dwarf, one of the people buying food around here, comes up and says, "Oh, you don't have to be. Your height's great. No, I'd love to buy some of your meats. The smell's amazing. Come on."
Oh, do you want a ribeye? Do you want we have good owlbear. It's Arctic owlbear, so it's a little chilly, but really good.
Ooh, yeah. Give me some of that, and then I'm gonna go over and have some of that ice cream. It's gonna be a nice cool day.
Oh, maybe I should make ice cream flavored meats.
I think all of you should pretty much hurry if you think you're getting ice cream, because it is quite a hot day, and I don't know if anyone has ever seen when a horse sweats, but it's not a pretty picture. So probably commence with the scooping and call it a day.
Make a persuasion check, Roughshod.
He is very good at that. Ooh, that's a 22.
Ooh.
Nice.
Despite the fact that you've talked about centaur sweat, which is a little off-putting when you're talking about food, a whole group of people around you get super excited about limited edition, limited time ice cream, and your table is mobbed with people.
Perhaps this was my way all along. I think that God knew that I was not going to get anyone to come and eat the vegetables, and so therefore, to help the poor orphan children, he took me to that place, and even though I imbibed just a little bit, or a lot of it, it was worth it, because it is all for the children.
The Modron has wandered on over to Cherry's table again. You have now grown by 2 feet. This is interesting. Which one of your delectable treats will allow me to do just that?
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Just try one.
Yes, immediately. And the Modron hops on top of your table and starts to produces a spoon and is going to try to start scooping out of all of your pies.
Oh no.
I don't know if you want to do anything, but that's what they're doing.
This is fine. This is fine. That's okay. I can make some more because I'm a chef. That is my feat.
I'm the meat's at the point where it's cooking and I can walk away for 2 seconds. I go over to Radincio and I say, my friend, I have a question for you. What exactly is a vegetable? I have never heard of this thing. It looks like a new delicacy. I am not sure.
I think they are the plants from the ground. They are supposed to be very healthy. I always thought it was pronounced vegetable, but perhaps I have been wrong this whole time. The things of the sunlight realm are strange to me.
You know, I don't think I've ever had one before. I prefer my meat. It's much better.
Well, I should have. This is nothing. No response that I have is not going to sound suggestive. So I'm going to say, why don't we go have some of the vegetables instead of talking about the meat?
Okay.
Okay. It's just no way around that. And we're not playing there.
As you walk over, Waffle and I'm going to say Cherry, the two of you feel a little bit of divine light come over you, and you both have a D6 that you can use in your in any D20 roll. Thank you for the continued donations.
Thank you.
As you walk on over, all of you notice most of the people that have been coming on by are the normal mix of material plane creatures and sentients. They run the gamut of people from all sorts of places. But you do notice one infernal creature has shown up. A little imp has started to walk around, and I need everybody to make perception checks.
Oh, I can do that. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
It starts.
But I need you. Yep. Hey, listen.
Valid.
I did not pick all clerics and not expect the guidance train to happen. I do need you to describe how you guidance yourself, though.
Oh, of course. Keep in mind, I am wearing chainmail and I have a shield and it's on my back. And I do have a hammer in my hand, and I kind of literally just like bonk myself with my hammer. As I look over, like, I don't know what that is. I also have an intelligence of 8, so I need a little extra bunking when I need to figure out what's going on. So yeah, I like bonk myself. Oh, you see like little flamey birds kind of come around as I confuse myself a little bit. But that is how I guidance myself each time. And if I guidance you, expect a bonk.
Bonks are expected. So, Cherry, what'd you get?
A nat 1, which gives me an 8.
You are so distracted by the Modron, who is just decimating your pies. It's really hard to concentrate on anything else. Rad?
That's a 22.
Ooh, and Rushad?
10.
And Parnax?
26.
And Waffle?
16.
Okay. All of you except for Cherry notice that the little imp, as they move from table to table to table, while you can pay anything, it is expected that you pay something. After all, this is for charity. So even if all you can slide over is a copper, the idea is that you do. Except this little imp is doing a pretty good job. Although for all of you clerics, you got your eye on this imp. This imp is stealing from all of the tables. Parnax, you've walked away from your table as the meat is finishing, and the dwarf that was talking to you is admiring all of the ice cream that Roughshod is producing, and so his back is turned. So when the imp goes by your table, he steals some of your money.
Hey! You! Come back here!
That!
I saw what you did. You cannot lie to me.
I can lie to anyone that I want.
But you stole, and you stole from a charity? How dare you?
I did not dare to do anything. I do whatever I want, and I can dare whatever I want, and I double dare you to tell me to not do something.
You sure you want to double dare me? Because you don't want to do that one.
Why? You're just going to get into more trouble. People are watching. They know you're trying to do good. If you get in my way, I know powerful people are going to try to get in your way.
No one's as powerful as Moradin, so I need you to stop. And I cast command.
Ooh. What's the roll to resist?
16.
All right, and I'm going to use my D6.
Not fair. Not fair.
Very fair.
Listen, I was given one, so that gives me an 18. Is that enough?
Yeah.
You say command, you say stop, and there's a moment where this imp freezes. Got you! And then starts to flap and fly away. And does anyone speak Infernal?
Took my money.
Ooh. I might. Hold on 1 second.
Roughshod does.
Do it.
Okay. For any of you that speak Infernal, you hear this little imp calling out, just in general, all right, you're next! And he seems to be calling out to somebody, but you don't know who. People are surprised and startled and pointing as this little imp flies away, but it hasn't caused too much of an issue. And now that the imp is gone, things are starting to calm down a little bit. Parnax people feel bad about the imp grabbing some of your money, and the meat smells fantastic. And so your station is starting to get filled up again, and you have a moment to kind of recover from this. What would you all like to do?
Took my money.
Cherry, seeing the commotion, decides to go up to Rad and Parnax and say, you know what? Food always brings us together. And she's going to crack a cookie in half and give them both half. And she's going to cast Emboldening Bond. So what that does is you both are bonded together, and you each get a D4 for any roll that you do each turn for the next hour, as long as you're within 30 feet of each other.
Ooh,
What kind of cookie is this?
It's a snickerdoodle.
the important
course.
questions.
They're very important.
No, I'm not. I guess absolutely it is.
100%. In this game, all food questions are important.
That's right.
All right. Cherry, as you walk away and you have this lovely moment with your fellow clerics, you hear a noise back at the table, and you think it's just the Modron digging into your pies some more. And you look back, but even the Modron has stopped. As one of the pies, there's now an imp standing next to your pie. This is a different imp. You can tell by the molted skin, and it's got a wand out, and it's poking one of your pies. And it looks over at you and it grins.
Waffle, what should I do?
But yeah, and I'm gonna push it, right? Like it's just on a pie. I'm like, get out of here.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Great. 1 second. Sorry, my thingy is.
It's all right.
That is a 14.
Yeah, the imp rolled an 8. You come on over and shove this imp away from this pie. It barely is able to hold on to the wand. It falls over onto the ground, but is still grinning. And it looks at you and says, "Ha ha ha! This'll be fun!" And then it starts to fly away. And you all hear a weird squishing noise, like a. And you notice the pie that it had poked with the wand
Oh no.
Oh no.
moves.
Oh no.
And then suddenly, arms burst out of this pie. It grows to this large size, filling in with cream, and all the fillings get hot. The pan expands. You see mouths erupt on 2 sides of it, on 3 sides of it, eyes appearing in multiple places as the table that it's sitting on collapses under the weight of this pie. As Cherry, you watch as the Modron and all of the rest of your pies go flying in all directions, as this pie has transformed into a horrible creature of maybe some horrific origin and is salivating and looking at all of you like instead of you eating it, it now wants to eat you. And I need everybody to roll initiative, although I'm seeing the finger of butt coming up from Rupshot.
That is why you always bring vegetables.
I still don't know what that is, but okay.
Parnax, is this common in the daylight world food? Does it often try to eat you back?
Oh no, and well, unless it's an abolist, then maybe.
Wow. I rolled a 0 on initiative.
I rolled a natural 1 on initiative.
Yes!
I did too.
No.
You're in a food coma.
Okay.
So did I.
What?
That makes my
no.
initiative 2, however.
Okay, let me start getting this down.
0, 1, 2. I love it.
So
hold
Rad's
on.
got a
I have a 2.
2.
I have a 2 as well.
Rupshot's
Three of us
got
just need to
a
go
1.
have the snack.
Oh wait,
and
wait,
we'll be
wait.
back.
We're bonded. We add a D4 to this, don't we?
Oh yes, we do.
Yay!
Wait, was I bonded?
No, just those
Oh.
two.
That's
All right, I got
just a 0.
Oh, mine's a 5.
Okay, so Parnax has got a 4, Rad has got a 5, Cherry.
19.
Ooh, and
I feel
Waffle.
bad about a good roll.
Because I have to go first.
6.
Oh, fair.
All right.
Waffle did great too.
That is awesome. At this moment, Roughshod, who do you pray to a specific god? Are you a cleric of a philosophy? Who is your god?
Aslan or
Oh, yes.
Nabanian in this world, yes.
You feel your deity just in the back of your head remind you that you can call on them and angels will come to perform any one task, but you got to sing for it. So you've got a bardic refuge in order to call on.
Very well. Do I do that now? Or?
You can do that anytime you want, just like the D6s. You can choose when that happens.
Well, I am going to preempt whatever is about to happen here with this pie mess that we've gotten ourselves into. And
well, I'll say you can do this on your turn. I'll let it be a free action. I'll let it be a free action, but you do have to do it on your turn.
Excellent.
So
because I'm last.
Because yes.
Uh-oh.
We will get CB back in just a moment. He's gone off to go make sure that the meat is grilling correctly. Cherry, you are up first. You see in front of you this horrific creature that has been created out of one of your own pies. It is a large pie with multiple mouths and eyes and arms with claws, and it's sticky and gooey. What were the pies that you had on your table again? You had some sweet ones, right?
Or honeysuckle.
Yeah, the honeysuckle. The honeysuckle has gone sour, and there's whipped cream on top, and it's spraying everywhere, and it's hot whipped cream, which is gross and disgusting, and it is at you. What would you like to do?
Oh, bless your heart. All right, so we're gonna...
Oh no, it's been blessed your heart. Oh no, it takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Cherry is gonna kind of run up and hide behind Waffle and just say, I'm not one much for fighting. I think that you should take this one, and I'm gonna cast heroism on you. So for each of your turns, you'll gain 3 temporary hit points, and you're immune to being frightened.
So Waffle was trembling, but as soon as that heroism hits, they sit upright. Both sets of their ears go straight up, and they puff their chest out, and they do that thing that cats do when they're agitated, where they puff up a little, right? So
awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else, Cherry?
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast which is it? Not sacred weapon, spiritual weapon.
Ah, yes, spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Go for it. I need you to describe your spiritual weapon.
It's a frying pan.
Of course. One of those gorgeous cast iron ones?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Nice and heavy.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack with your spiritual frying pan.
Spiritual frying pan. All right. That's a +7 to hit. That is an 18 to hit.
That does not hit. You lash out with your spiritual frying pan, and it just barely misses. It kind of comes through some of the cream of this weird pie creature, but it does not connect.
I told you I'm no good at this fighting thing. You got this, Waffle.
And anything else? All right. Waffle, it is your turn because the entire initiative is split into a couple people at the top and everybody at the bottom. So you are next.
So you get 3 hit points there.
Great. Waffle whispers to Cherry, "Don't be afraid. I got this." And then kind of makes scratches the air into like a like symbol and casts Cloak of Shadows on herself.
Ooh, describe what that does.
So as an action, you can use your channel divinity to become invisible until the end of your turn or until you attack.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, describe how you go invisible.
So as I look back and whispering to Cherry, I look forward. As Waffle is scratching in the air, you see this like glowing light kind of emanate and make this like sigil. It's sort of like a very geometric shape. And then they push it. And as they push through, they are completely cloaked in invisibility. As for my action, I'd like to, what does the area look like? Like, I know there's a bunch of tables and I know that there's a pie monster, but.
Yeah, you've basically described the area. All the people that have been around have fled because nope. So it's basically one destroyed picnic table, a couple of other tables that all of your stuff is at, and a large pie monster.
Is the pie monster on that broke the table, so it's on the floor, right?
It is on the ground, kind of half on this table.
Great. I'm gonna run to the other side of it, and I think that my movement is the only action I have left. So I'm just gonna grab tablecloth as I'm going.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the legendary pie monster is going to take a legendary action. And it is going to the hot, disgusting whipped cream that is all over it. Some of it splats onto the ground, and it then uses it like a slip and slide to slide towards Rad. It moves 15 feet and it does not provoke opportunity attacks. So it slides up to you, and it is your turn, Rad. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, I had a plan and then it came for me, so now we must do something else.
The plan came for you.
Yeah. I will look at the pie monster that slides toward me to me, and I'm seeing all of the melty, warm whipped cream, and I just say, no. This is, now look, I don't know how the daylight world works, but this does not seem right. And I'm going to snap my fingers, and the shadows of the tent are going to sort of swirl around me and cloak me in this sort of blue and black dark armor. And I'm calling on the power of the Shadowfell to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Very nice.
And say, now, come, let us play.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Then it is going to come and play.
Please.
So, because the pie monster is next, it first is going to try to bite you. So, one of its disgusting mouths filled with rotting teeth tries to latch onto you. Does a 22 hit?
Oh my. Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 19 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then as it bites into you, watch as the cream on its back starts to bubble and roil. And all of a sudden, it explodes off of the back of this pie monster, spitting gooey masses of cream everywhere. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
And two of you have a D4 on that.
Yep. The DC is 20. So I'll just ask down the line if you failed or succeeded.
So anyone that gets low, let me know, because I can use a reaction to do something here.
I got low.
I should also mention that as the unfortunately it took out all of them this time, but as the creature bites me, the armor that I have, this black and blue armor, flares, and the pie will take 15 points of cold damage.
Nice.
Good to know.
20 on the die.
Hey, natural
die.
20. If you are in our chat, you will now have the chance to win a legendary bundle, thanks to D&D Beyond's anniversary. So watch the chat for information on how to enter for that chance to win.
However, I got a 19 on the roll. So I guess...
That's amazing. Okay. Anyone who, so the DC was 20. So if you succeeded, let me do it this way. If you failed this roll, you take 50 acid damage as the boiling cream flies off of this creature and smacks you in the face, and you are blinded until the end of your next turn.
Can I use a reaction, or is it too late?
It's not too late, no.
Okay, I'm going to use a reaction with my Tower of Iron Will to grant myself the ability to roll a d6 to add to that. So as long as I get a 1, and I got a 1, so it means I got a 20.
You got a 20. So for those of you who succeeded, you're going to take half damage and you're not blinded. So 50 acid damage if you failed, half if you succeeded. Parnax, you are in a cone of silence.
I realized that. My shield comes in front of me, and the forge symbol of Moradin glows red hot, and I take nothing because I'm a shield master.
Ooh, nice. At the end of its turn, we have a D6 going to Parnax as part of some wonderful donations, and we're gonna do this now because it's more fun. There's another divine intervention, Waffles. Would you like to roll a percentile dice? As some deity is trying to help you.
Okay. I got a 55.
55. Ooh. You've watched this pie monster slide away from you, and you are standing there amongst the rubble of poor Cherry's setup for raising money for this charity. And you feel like your deity, remind us, who is your deity again?
So my deity is sort of like the deity of like duplicity. So tricks and things that aren't as they seem, good and bad, sort of like a coin flip. That's my god.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You feel the whisper in the back of your head that well, someone just played a trick on you, so I think you deserve a treat. And the next piece of metal that you touch will turn to gold.
Ooh.
And you know this.
Okay.
I'm going to say because it's more fun that way. Anyway, that's the end of the pie monster's turn. It is Parnax's turn. What would you like to do?
Parnax is angry. I'm checking a thing. Yes. Am I lying?
Don't lie.
The initial damage. Okay. No lies over here. Parnax looks over at the pie monster thing and say, "How dare you? We are doing a good thing, and you dare come after the fate field." And as I say this, my battle axe, my warhammer begins to glow as hot as my shield did. As I, without an action, I can do this at will. Imbue it with magic using the blessing of the forge. So there's a +1 to its attack and damage rolls.
Awesome.
Is there a thing I can do for that? Nope. Okay. And I look at it and I say, "Now you're going down." And I will bonus action. Is it a bonus action? It should be. Yes, bonus action at 3rd level. There is fire raging off of this warhammer as I Searing Smite.
Okay.
And then I rush over and just try to bunk it on its head. That is what I will do.
Bunking was warned about, so yes, I'm prepared
It
for
was natural 20.
Hey! Someone else is now going to get a legendary bundle in the chat. The mods will take care of that. Meanwhile, oh well, the smite damage. Oh, so much smite damage.
And
wait a second.
How do you do natural 20s? I don't remember.
I'm going to keep it simple. Just double the dice.
Double the dice? Okay,
just
great.
Double the dice for today.
That is great.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 2d8. So I'm going to do this separately. Okay. That is 7, 15, 21. 21 bonking damage plus...
And Roughshod, you're on deck, by the way.
Plus, and because I did it at 3rd level, so that's 66. That was okay. 9, 15, 17, 20, 21 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And it then when does it do it? It needs to make at the start of each of its turns. It needs to make a con save because it's officially on fire, and it will take 1d6 fire damage if it fails the con save.
Okay. When is his next turn? I will do that.
Cool. And that was my action, and I kind of move to get. Oh, I like that hashtag. I mean that exclamation point. I move to get in front of Rad a little bit just to protect a little bit more. And that is my turn.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action and try to bite you.
Hit me!
It's going to roll 21 to hit.
How dare you? Oh, no. I just lied to you. Add. Wait, is that on a... No, that's right. Add 7 points of fire damage because Divine Strike, duh.
Okay, 7 points of fire damage.
But also, yes, it hits me, unfortunately.
It does hit you. You're going to take 19 piercing damage as the creme brulee that is formed on top of this thing crunches down into you. And then it is Roughshod's turn. And Roughshod, I will remind you, for free, you can sing a request to a choir of angels.
Got it. All right, so Roughshod steps forward and says, "Oh, all you poor souls who have been blinded by the cream, I tell you today that I have seen the glory. There is another place, a place that is whipped of cream, that is a glorious, glorious ice creamery. And everybody's going to be a singing in glory. Everybody's going to be a telling that story. Everybody's going to have a wonderful time up there. Oh, glory, hallelujah, brother. There's a tummy ache coming in the morning. Better get you ready because I'm giving you the warning. Everybody's going to have a wonderful time up there."
Woo!
And some angels made of candy appear, summoned from the plane of ice cream.
They do, and they will do one thing for you. What would you like them to do?
Destroy the abomination pie. I want them to attack the pie.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, they will do that, but why don't you go ahead and finish your turn first?
Well, I was going to wait and see. No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
All right, so Roughshod is going to lead the charge. And he comes forward, slamming. He casts Shillelagh, and his scepter expands and begins to become spiked, and he's going to slam into the pie just before the angels. All right, let's see. That is going to be oh my gosh, 28, because I rolled another 20 on the die. Another 20 on the die.
Another legendary bundle. Hey, for all of you that are winning legendary bundles, I highly recommend that after you win your legendary bundle, you go to dndbeyond.link/donate and donate to help these fine people who are rolling these natural 20s. Maybe give them some divine intervention. Maybe the divine intervention they get will be something from me instead of their gods. You never know. Anyway, Roughshod.
All right, so that is a critical hit, and it is queued up here in D&D Beyond. Let's see what it did. Well, that wasn't a great roll, but that is 13 points of damage with the now spiked gnarly scepter.
Nice.
And Okay, yeah, I use my bonus action for that, so that is all I'm going to do. But I am anxiously awaiting what the Candy Angels do to this creature.
These angelic creatures with wings of spun sugar, with bodies, because you are a devotee of a lion god, they all look like leonins. They are all pink and green. They're candy colors, and they all have candy cane spears. And I'd like you to roll a d6 to see how many angels you've summoned.
5.
Awesome. 5 of them are going to plunge their candy cane spears and themselves into this pie monster. Because this was a donation, I'm going to just say that they all hit. So I would like you to roll 5d6 damage, please.
Nice.
Once he's done, there's going to be something that the pie monster is doing, and then Cherry, it'll be back to the top of the round with you.
22.
22. They're going to take 22 peppermint damage, and this thing roils in anger as peppermint and
sharp candy canes hurt is all I was going to say. Like, that sounds right to me. Woo.
Absolutely. No. Oh, have you ever gotten the pointy end of a candy cane? Even no, it's the worst. Okay. As they spear this thing, the 5 angels wave to you and poof into spun sugar glittery mist.
I shall see thee again in that glorious land.
You know, you could see them again if somebody wants to donate the appropriate amount to have another choir of angels show up to help our players. But first, it is the top of the round, is the initiative count 20. And a swarm of insects is about to appear because there is now cream everywhere. There is sugary substances all over. I'm going to ask, let's see. Yep. Cherry, since you're going to be the one up next, I would like you to roll a d4, please.
Got it. It's a 2.
It's a 2. So the swarm that shows up is a swarm of ants. It's those really annoying tiny little ants that just get everywhere. They show up, 50 feet away? They show up 50 feet away, and they immediately swarm in this giant roiling mass. You ever watch ants when they pile on top of each other, like get over rivers and stuff? They do that, and there's basically this giant ball of ants rolling towards the pie monster.
I mean, in all seriousness, have little ants like that ever crossed a river with that? Because if they have, I want to see this video.
There is video out there. I don't know if the little tiny ones can do this, but in my world they can. But in real life, yes, ants, they form rafts and stuff.
Well, I know what I'm doing this afternoon. So.
There you go. Go to YouTube, have some fun. Anyway, these little ants ball towards the pie monster, looking excited about the cream. Unfortunately, let's see. Someone is going to be in the way. Let's see who's going to be in the way. Oh, Rad, you're in the way. And so this swarm of insects is going to attack you. 13, does that hit?
It does not.
It's gross. It's disgusting. You're suddenly covered in ants.
Oh.
But they're the tiny little ants, and they can't really bite through your armor or anything. They are going to continue to try to go past you, although they can't move that far. They're right next to you for the moment.
I was in front of him, so would they have hit me?
Well, you're in front of him, between him and the pie monster. These came from behind him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It seems like
do not hit them.
It seems like they've been drawn towards the pie monster and are excited. Cherry, it is your turn with Waffle on deck.
All right. Well, I suppose I do have to get into this battle sometime. You know, I learned this one trick from my grandmother, and I'm gonna, Cherry's gonna pick up one of Waffle's meat pies, and she's gonna kind of hover her hand over it, and you start to see this weird substance come out of it as she pulls the sulfur out of the meat. And then she's going to fling it, and as she flings it, it turns into a flame strike towards the monster. So,
all right.
Dexterity.
Flame.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. So so fire will roar and creature within 10-foot radius, or so 20 feet diameter, 40-foot high cylinder centered at the point, which is the monster, must make a dexterity saving throw DC 15.
I rolled a 14.
Ah ha ha. So you will take, let me roll that. So 4d6 fire and then 4d6 radiant. So it's 20 fire and 13 radiant.
13 radiant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Both the fire and the radiant fire come pouring down on top of this creature, and it roils, and you see one of its eyes pop into marshmallow goo, and another one of its mouths go. But it is still there and still roiling.
All right, and then I shall use my bonus action to strike with my frying pan. I got a 12, but I'm going to try to add a d6 to that, maybe.
Okay.
I got my 1d6 to go. It's a 6, so that's 18.
Oh, once again,
So close.
It's so close. You are looking up at where you called down the flame strike, and so you just didn't look down quite in time. But it is still there. If people would like to donate to get you some more D6s, there's a donation link right down here. You can get some people some D6s to help out, because this legendary pine monster is going to take a legendary action, and it is going to bite out at Parnax.
How dare you?
You're right there, and you seem to be dangerous.
Eat me!
That's going to be a 26 to hit.
No, yeah, you're going to eat me!
That's 19 piercing damage as another one of its mouths come out and gets you in the foot.
Careful
the good news,
what you wish for.
There you go. The good news is someone did just donate so that Parnax can have another D6 to use on any D20 roll. That is the end of its legendary action. Waffle, it is your turn. Rad, you're on deck.
Okay, so Waffle's initial idea was to grab a bunch of the tablecloths to cover it, but now knowing that it's like whipped cream is acidic, right?
A little bit, yeah. It burns when it hits you.
Right. So instead being cloaked in invisibility, Waffles finds a really great distance shot, flips a coin, and then as the coin lands, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 2.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh. That is a 18.
That just misses.
No!
You fling the tablecloth up into the air and then summon this guiding bolt, and you're just trying to avoid all of your new friends here, and it just misses.
Wait,
so many 18s.
Can I use a D6?
Do you have a D6 to use?
I do.
Yeah, then use it.
Yes.
Okay.
Now's the time. Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Just so you know, I rolled for my concentration. I forgot, and I'm fine.
Cool.
Right. My D6 was a 4.
Then you hit.
Yay!
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Your guiding bolt looks like it's about to miss, and then you hear the laughter of children who are all happy at everything that you're doing, and something about that inspires you, and you kind of and pull it on over, and your guiding bolt slams into this pie. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Yes. Okay. Damage is 29 points of radiant damage.
Yes.
Ooh. And I believe there's something else with guiding bolt, correct?
Yes.
Whoever hits it next gets advantage on the roll.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So yes, it begins to glow as though it's now easier to hit this horrible, monstrous creature. It now has this kind of golden glow around it. Anything else for you, Waffle?
I think that now as my attack happened, I am back to being visible, and I'm not looking super great right now. I'm looking pretty rough. So as I'm visible, I get scared and I hide under a table.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Great. That is a 17.
Whose table do you hide under?
Ooh, I hide under Parnax's table. No, he doesn't have a. Do you have a table? You have a table, right?
Yeah, I have a big old setup for the grill
Yeah.
and table and meats and all that.
Perfect. I hide under the meat table.
Awesome. You dive under the table of meat. Under
Yes.
the table is that Modron that had appeared earlier, still holding what's probably the last of Cherry's undamaged pies. It has not dug into it. It seems to be protecting it. It looks over you and says, "This is a very exciting event. Is this something that happens all of the time?"
No, this is not as it was supposed to happen. This is a very bad situation. Is there anything you can help us with, little sweet Modron?
I'm currently protecting this pie.
Valid. I will protect you.
Excellent. And your friends will protect you, and we will be victorious. It is going to be Rad's turn, but first, Roughshod is getting a d6 that they can use on any d20 roll, so keep that in mind. So yes, it is Rad's turn. What would you like to do?
Rad, seeing the candy angels that Roughshod summoned, has an idea and begins to sort of grasp at any shadows he can find and pull them together and sort of spin them into a humanoid-looking shape until there is a figure made of darkness and shadow standing right next to me. And then he says, "But make it happier." And the shadows sort of melt off of it, and a radiant celestial angel stands there as I cast, what's the name of the spell? Summon Celestial Spirit.
Please say it is covered in the same multicolored glitter that was coming out of your mouth earlier.
It's exactly it. So I look at it and say, "Oh, well, that's a start, but come a little closer." Turn. Very good.
You flock this thing with multicolored rainbow glitter.
Yes. So it stands. It actually will appear next to Parnax, since Parnax is in front of me and between me and the creature. And it is a defender spirit, and I believe it takes its turns at the end of mine. Combat shares my initiative count, but takes my turn immediately after yours. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I will tell it to defend us and destroy the enemy. Defend us and take it. It's sticky. Get rid of it. And so it will pull out a radiant mace and swing a couple of times at this creature. That is 3 plus the spell level to hit, so 8. So that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And that one is going to do... Very nice. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14 radiant damage.
Nice.
And Parnax, as it smacks in, some of the light and the glitter from the mace sort of blows around, and you get how much damage did I just say? 14. Great.
Yeah.
You get 14 temporary hit points.
Oh,
and
I
also-
feel enlightened.
This was the next hit after Waffle's Guiding Bolt, so go ahead and roll that
right.
d20
Let me roll
again
again
and
just
see.
in case.
Yeah.
No, that was
No,
a natural 1, so great. We got that out of the dice system. And it does have 2 attacks, so it's going to swing again. And that one is a non-natural 20 to hit.
That does hit.
So that is going to be 10 more radiant damage, and this time the light is going to... I'm in not great shape, so it's going to cover me, and I'm going to get 10 temp hit points as well.
Oh, I love that spell.
Sure. Anything else?
I think that's plenty.
All right. It is the pie monster's turn. Parnax, you'll be up afterwards. First, I'm going to see, does it get its blinding cream attack back? It does not. So, it is going to... It's going to try to bite Parnax again, and then...
Stop it!
2 giant fists are going to come out, and because they have a reach of 10 feet, they're going to go after... One's going to go after Rad, and one's going to go after Roughshod. So let's spread the love around. So the bite against Parnax is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, yes.
That's 19 piercing damage.
Okay. Thank you for the temp HP.
The fist of cream against Rad is a 21 to hit.
That'll do.
It's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage, and it leaves behind kind of this sticky cream that
Gross.
is just disgusting. And Roughshod, I have good news and bad news. So the bad news is the good news. I rolled a natural 20. So, yay for chat. You are about to get a legendary bundle. Boo for Roughshod, as you are about to get hit with a walloping fist for 30 bludgeoning damage.
But
Oof.
wait,
But wait.
as a reaction, you see Cherry start to sing, "We are family. Come and share your damage with me." And I cast Shared Burden. So 3 creatures, including like myself and anyone who's willing, we can take your damage and spread it amongst ourselves.
Aw.
So I will take a certain amount if anyone else is willing. If not, I will take more.
How much was it?
It's 30 points. So we could each take 10.
I can't
can-
take 10 comfortably.
I can take half of it. It's not a great idea, but I don't want you taking 30. So.
I really want to, but
Same.
Everyone's so sacrificial. I love it.
I'm literally tanking right now. I don't need more damage.
I love how all of you are
I
so
got you.
hurt, and it's like you're a bunch of clerics. Come on.
Not a single
Cherry,
heal
I-
has been thrown.
Right?
I feel this
Only 10
connection. I really will be okay, I believe. But if you want to share a part, just a little of this burden, I will take the rest.
Then I will take 10 for you.
Excellent. So 20 damage, is that right?
That's awesome. Yeah, because it was 30 total. So
Got it.
All right. So the good news is that's the end of the Pie Monster's turn. And the other good news is we've had some more divine intervention come on in. I need Rad and Parnax to roll percentile dice.
I do too.
Yep, each of you got, Rad and Parnax got Rad got a divine intervention. Parnax, on your turn for free action at any time, you can summon a choir of angels to do one thing for you. Sorry, I read that wrong. So you got the angels. Rad, what did you roll on your percentile?
A 99.
Whoa.
Oh,
I'm not disappointed that it wasn't one more. I'm not gonna lie to you.
okay.
Mm,
99. Rad, actually, we're going to
Yeah.
go down the line because this is going to be interesting.
Oh, boy.
Rad, I would like you to describe your holy symbol for me, please.
Yeah. So the holy symbol is Rad thought that he was worshiping the Raven Queen, but there have been some peculiarities in his spells lately, like being able to turn his celestial spirit from dark to light, that leave him to believe that perhaps that is not the case. So he has a symbol of the Raven Queen, but he has sort of modified it. So it's this beautifully wrought like black iron raven, but he's painted little yellow feathers onto it and like put little like gold leaf on its eyes. So that's what he has, and he wears it around his neck.
Awesome. Cherry, what does your holy symbol look like?
Oh no.
It's a whisk.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
just
just,
love her.
I love it. Nice and simple. Waffle, what does your holy symbol look like?
It's my coin.
It's, I'm gonna love that. Roughshod?
It is a lion's head, lovingly painted, and one last little, thumb of white paint right on the top of it.
Perfect. And Parnax?
my holy symbol is actually a nice anvil that's glowing, not glowing. That's you see a silhouette of a flame around it, with a hammer right in the middle.
Perfect. In this moment, as you are fighting this creature, because you are all clerics of a variety of gods, you all are very well aware of where your holy symbol is. You're holding it, you're using it, it's visible in some way. And in a flash of light, your holy symbols change. All of them. Now, nothing about your powers will change. You are still praying to the same gods. Your innate worship has not changed, but the symbol on your holy symbol is no longer what you thought. All of them now have a profile of a elven man shaved head smiling at you. And interestingly enough, Waffle, your coin, one side has the smiling image of this man, while the other side has a frown. The smiling image above it says, "You have worth." And Waffle, when you turn it over to the frowny face, it says, "Avrin, god of trickery." And
Oh no.
all holy symbols within
boy.
100 yards suddenly bear the symbol of a smiling Avrin, the god of trickery.
I think
And-
Rad
and so-
maybe just thinks, oh, is this who I've been worshipping the whole time?
Probably, yes. As I said, this doesn't change anything about you, your faith, or your powers. It's just disconcerting and kind of funny. Anyway, that's the end of the legendary pie monster's turn. It's Parnax's turn.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. So firstly, I look at this monster and say, "This has gone on way too long." And I whistle a discordant sound out of my voice, out of my mouth. And if the camera pans over to my grill, you will see a piece of T-bone fly out that begins to glow and glow and glow. And you know how T-bone has the T-bone bone in the middle? It all of a sudden grows and those bones protrude out and as I cast Spiritual Weapon at 5th level.
Spiritual T-bone? I love it.
Yep. And at the same time, it starts to it flexes, but then it like duplicates in a way and maybe become angelic as they open their mouths, and in 3-part harmony you hear, "We're singing meat, the monster's going down, we're singing meat, you're sticky but we're ground, we're beef and pork and owlbear too, and we're kicking you out of town, we're singing meat, you're going down," bah, 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 and they can start attacking.
Awesome. So you've summoned
Glorious.
a spiritual meat weapon, and then you've also summoned more spiritual meat angels.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like your spiritual meat angels to also attack?
Yes.
Awesome. We're going to do the same thing we did for Roughshod. I need you to roll me a d6 to see how many angels you have summoned.
Okay. That is 4.
All right. You have 4 meat angels, all of them with wicked T-bones. Do your spiritual weapon attack first, and then at the
Okay.
end, we'll do your angels.
Cool. I cast that at 5th level, first of all. I think I
Okay.
said that. So it's going to attack. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Great. So that is... Oh, okay, stop. That is 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then
And then you have-
46?
Yep, you've got 4 angels, so 4d6 of meat damage.
So what is the plural of, like plural of noun of meat? Is it a meat of meat? Like what is it?
Well, in this case, it's a choir of meat, but I don't know if
Choir
that's...
of meat. Okay,
It's,
got
it's
it.
now a choir of meat.
19.
19. Oof. Bits of this pie are starting to fall off. You can now see the crust underneath, it should be this gorgeous brown, lovely crust, but it's blackened with whatever has happened to this creature, and bits of it are falling over. And this thing is looking like it's really been hurt quite a bit. Anything else?
What's the angels? You said that didn't require an action?
That did not require an action, and it just happens. And now, as they have done their attack, they float off back to the plane of meat and sausage.
Except for the T-bro that's there right now.
Exactly.
And I say, "Ha ha ha! Now you're tenderized. Let's do it extra!" And actually attack using my attack action to hit it with
Sure.
my warhammer. Also, it needed to make a con save on its turn.
That's right.
That is a 24. No, yeah, 24 to hit.
24 will hit. The
Right.
con save on my end was a 25.
Oh yes, fine.
Okay.
Okay. That is 10. No. Hold on. I'll lie to you. Okay, that is 8 points. 8 points of bludgeoning, of bunking, tenderizing damage, and 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Still technically concentrating, but I probably will end it. But okay, that's my turn.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, um, upset, angry, as much as a pie can be angry, it roils and boils and is going to take a legendary action to spray some of its disgusting acidic cream.
Oh no.
I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 20.
Two of you get extra D4.
I'm under the table. Does that help me at all?
I'll give you
I'm
advantage.
hiding.
I'll give you advantage on it, sure.
Thank you.
You're not, I'm going to tell you this. You're not hiding, it can see you, but I will give you advantage on the dex saving throw.
I'm very sneaky.
I'm
All
going
right.
to use a reaction to give myself a bonus. So.
Sure.
I'm also going to. I still have 2 D6s to use. I'm gonna use one of them right now.
And we have our D4 still, Cherry?
Yep.
We should. I was banking on that. Cool.
All right, so the
Same.
saving throw is a dexterity DC 20. If you make the saving throw, you are absolutely fine. If you fail, you're going to take 15 acid damage and be knocked prone as more of this cream falls and you slip and douche onto the ground. Did anybody fail?
Yes.
Mm.
That's 15.
15 acid damage.
'Kay.
Waffle, how about you?
So, okay, I rolled a 12 plus 5 because I used my last D6. So I have a 19 plus my 2. So,
Sadly, that is a failure. It's got to be, yeah, so you take 15 acid damage and you're now prone under the table.
I'm also incapacitated as well.
Oh,
So,
You now hear the Modron that is standing under the table with you because it's small enough they could just stand. You hear an alarm go off. Emergency! Emergency! One of your friends is now incapacitated. Emergency! Emergency! And it just continues to say that. How's everybody else doing?
Owie.
Oh, owie. Okay, that is the end of its legendary action. Before we get to Roughshod, we've had another divine intervention come on in. Cherry,
Yay, thank
I
you.
would like you to roll on the divine intervention table. If anyone would like to help our clerics who are in desperate need of some help, you can go to the donation link, send them some D6s, send them some divine intervention. If you've got a 500 gold piece diamond, you can summon another cleric to help these people out. What did you roll?
An 82.
82. Well, this isn't going to help, but it's funny. Yeah, and you grew 2 feet. This is awesome. Cherry, remind me how tall you are again.
I'm 8 feet tall now.
An 8 feet tall life-sized statue of you made completely out of cheese appears next to you. What cheese is it made out of?
Brie.
It is made out of brie. It immediately starts to melt because it's made out of brie. But for at least the next, let's say 20 minutes in real time, it is going to be a perfect replica of you. It is gorgeous. It doesn't necessarily help, but it's awesome and funny. Cherry, what is your reaction to this, to seeing yourself in cheese?
It's a dream come true. I just wish it wasn't right now before I'm about to die, but all right.
Well, fortunately, it is Roughshod's turn. What would you like to do?
Do I get the impression, so this was a pie that got animated? Do I think that it's that magic is what is keeping it going at this point in time?
Roll an Arcana.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check. I'll let you do that for free.
It's a 23.
You think this creature has been created. Its magic is no longer holding it together. It seems to be an aberration of some sort.
Okay. That is exactly what I wanted to know. So in that case, I am going to, let's see, walk over, trot over, gallop over to the table area where my new friend Waffle is laid out. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We are going to cast a Cure Wounds at 5th level for Waffle. So Roughshod comes, gallops over, has to really awkwardly, like somehow try to get, what seems to be the problem here, talking to the Modron at this point.
emergency! Your friend is no longer responsive. And they're kind of gently poking Waffle with one of their big metal hands.
Their poking is not helping. Please
I'm
stop
so
doing
sorry.
that.
I was trying to revive.
I thought you were supposed to protect her. And then Roughshod is just reaches in to on Waffle's body and starts poking much harder than the Modron was. But then the healing energy starts to wash over her.
I was supposed to protect this pie, and as you can see, I've still this pie is spotless and ready for consumption. But she was supposed to be protecting me, and I will say that at the moment I am also spotless, although not for consumption.
Far too much talking. I'm afraid I only caught every third word there, perhaps. I'm a little bit busy. I'm trying to concentrate. I'll thank you to just keep it silent. And I restore 20 points of it's 20 hit points.
Waffles, you come back to us.
Yeah.
Are you okay there, rabbit cat like creature? I'm afraid I'm not sure of your anatomy. I hope I put everything back in the right place.
I feel great. Thank you so much, Roughshod.
You're
I was
very
protecting. It's my turn to protect you next. I promise.
I'm not doing very well myself.
You
yes,
have
that's
my
right.
vow.
I thank you very much.
Anything else, Roughshod, before the end of your turn?
He gets out from under the table. Oh, such a cramped area. And that's it for him.
Okay. At the top of the round, that swarm of ants that has been annoying but not necessarily doing anything bad, that is all over Rad, is going to continue to roll its way towards the pie monster. It is going to provoke opportunity attacks from both Rad and Parnax if you would like to take them.
Sure, I have a weapon for what it's worth.
We're attacking the pie monster? Sorry?
No, this is a swarm of ants that is suddenly very attracted to this pie monster. It is basically scuttling past you towards the pie monster, so you can whack it if you'd like it.
But it's not attacking us?
At the moment, it did try to attack Rad, but it is not attacking you at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was about to say, be free! Never mind.
No.
I'm going to use a D6. Oh, maybe I don't
Mine's a
have
21 to hit.
21 hits?
Well, hold on. Do we add the D4 to attacks to Terry or no?
You can add it to anything.
Well, I'll do that first. Great. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits?
Cool.
All right, so mine is 7 bludgeoning and 7 more psychic.
Ooh.
My divine strike feature.
11 tenderizing, and I'm always saying, and 7 fire.
Perfect. All right, as this rolling mass of ants swarms past you, and in this moment, you can see that it is intent on not only diving into the pie monster, but you get the sense that that won't go well for the ants, but that might actually go well for the pie monster. But you come down with your divine strikes before it can get close and completely decimate this swarm of ants. Okay. That is the end of the swarm's turn. Cherry, you're up next. You have been gifted a D6.
Yay.
And I was gifted a D6.
Oh.
That's exciting. So yes, Cherry, it's your turn. We've got Waffle on deck. This pie monster is looking hurt, although you and your new friends are looking pretty hurt too. What would you like to do?
Cherry's just gonna reach into her bag. She's gonna pull out this gallon-sized container, and she's just gonna say, "Everyone, take this and you'll feel better." And she starts dumping it out around everyone in 30 feet, and it's sweet tea. And the sweet tea. And I'm casting mass healing word for 9 points of healing to everyone.
I feel so invigorated.
As the sweet tea covers the Modron under the table, it's like, No, not the pie. And it covers the pie with its body. And so now it's covered in healing sweet tea, but it manages to keep the pie from being covered in liquid, which would not be good for this pie. But it feels better. Anything else?
And I still have my sacred weapon out.
You do.
Or my spiritual weapon. I still want to call it sacred weapon. Okay. That will be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Finally, I get to hit with my frying pan.
Yeah, bonk it.
Bonk for 17 points of force damage, I believe.
Awesome. Yeah, the cream goes spraying everywhere. You're now seeing the gooey interior of this thing, and it's starting to move in this weird sluggish way. One of its mouths kind of disintegrates into a pile of what looks like crystallized sugar, and it's looking real bad.
All right, and that'll be my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, in desperation, it is going to bite Parnax.
Stop it!
You're right there, and
I know.
You're super dangerous, and so it's gonna hit for 29. 29, I'm assuming, hits for
No, it don't.
And 19 piercing damage.
Owie!
And it just, in desperation, just glomps onto your side. We got more donations. We've got a D6. Oh, we've got 2 random D6s. Let me just roll to see who's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will be number 6. All right, Sherry, you got another D6. And Waffle, you got a D6.
Nice.
And Waffles, it is your turn.
Okay. Waffle, now imbued with more energy and also a little embarrassed for going down so easily, kind of flips up the table, and I'm going to run at the pie monster to cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh.
Okay.
Melee spell.
Give me a melee spell attack.
All right. Oh God. Oh well. Goodbye, dice.
Nope. Floor dice. Floor dice is gone forever.
That is 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Great.
Give me all of that awful damage.
Do the thing.
Blah, 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 blah. That is, oh boy. Okay. That's so many dice.
We love inflict wounds.
What level did you cast this at?
Oh, 5th. I
Awesome.
want it to be so dead.
Okay.
Kill it,
So
Waffle.
tired. That is 63 points of damage.
Woo. Waffles. Describe in gory detail the death of this creature.
Yes. Okay. So Wobbles has had just a day. Like she just wanted to do good. So all of her stress, all of her angst, she throws herself fully horizontal into the pie monster, claws out, and with her like trickster magic within her claws, slashes outward and sort of like goes in and slices the pie from the inside with magic.
Not only do you slice it from the inside, you punch through the pie, leaving a perfect waffle-shaped hole through this creature. And because of your epic claw attack with the spell, you come out the other side without a drop of this creature's cream on you. You're completely clean. Do a little duck and roll, come back up to your feet, and you watch for a moment like a cartoon. This giant pie has a hole punched through it, and then it collapses like a flan and spreads out and starts to bake and dissolve in the hot sun. Also, Waffle, you get another D6 as I just rolled for it, and someone gave it in the chat. So yes, there's this moment as you look around. Cherry, your table is destroyed. There is weird, aberrant goo that kind of resembles pie pieces everywhere. Parnax, your grill has gone out. Some of the vegetables on Roughshod's table are now covered in what you're pretty sure is the guts of this aberrant creature.
Probably make them taste better.
Well, That's up to you to decide. But for the moment, it is quiet, and then you hear yelling and screaming and cheering from a safe distance away who could not be involved in the fight, as the crowd of people who were staying away as you took care of this horrible aberration starts to cheer and clap and swarm forward. And while some of you do not have much left in the way of wares, they are throwing money at you left and right for saving the orphanage, for saving the fair. You can see the rides have started up again. Some of the other events that have become part of this charity fundraiser are starting up again. The Modron that had been staying with Waffles this whole time comes walking out, Cherry, with your one lone pie, and holds it up to you and says, I have done my best, and your friend has given her life to protect me and your pie, and I now give it back to you.
You know what would make this pie even more perfect?
What?
Waffle, will you touch it? Touch the tin for me.
Oh, yeah. And Waffles puts her paws under the tin, and it turns to gold.
The golden tin is it's a pretty large pie. It was a nice thick tin, and while now it's not the kind of tin that you're going to be able to use to cook anymore, it's worth a lot of money.
It's going straight to the charity.
Straight to the kids.
Parnax, as they're like coming over, he goes, No, my friends, no. We are but many clerics who want to enlighten your lives, and though our lives may be extra, you can make sure you give back to charities yourself. So make sure you click the D&D Beyond link/donate link to donate today.
Yep, there's only a couple minutes left in this game. There's 2 more games coming up. You can still have some divine intervention happen. Yes, as you give this rousing speech and the crowd around you swarms and starts to pay for whatever your wares are, Parnax, that dwarf that had come up to you, says, I'm still looking for a hot dog if you've got any. What you got?
Oh, of course we have hot dogs. Ooh, have you ever had a hot dog, but it's made of beholder stock? It's very good, and you have a 5% chance of disintegrating.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm actually good at persuasion.
You had that until 5% disintegrate, and now you got to persuade this dwarf.
That's an 18 on the die, and just for craps and giggles, I'm going to use my last D6, the D4 that I have from Terry. That's, okay, yeah, that is 20, 26, that is 30.
The moments and where you say disintegrate, there's this brief flash of uncertainty on this dwarf's face, but the heroism that you have exhibited in the last moments of this pie monster and the sweet smells coming off of your grill are way more than enough to convince him. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Gimme. I need you to roll a percentile dice.
It is not going to happen. I swear.
And you said it's a 5% chance, so tell me if you roll a 1 through 5.
I did not. I rolled a 97.
Woo! Awesome.
This dwarf is fine. In fact, they are super excited, and they just dig into this hot dog, and a 97.
Roughshod is exploring his vegetables and sees that they are not edible anymore.
You mean vegetables?
Yeah, and he's the vegetables are in ruin. They are not to be eaten at this point in time, and so I have to make a way to make myself useful again. And so then you see that he's like scrawling out a sign with a quill now, and he puts it up on the table, and it says horseback rides, 1 gold. And he starts giving the kids rides up and back.
So there's an immediate line as kids, adults, everybody super excited to get a ride on a centaur. The dwarf finishes their hot dog and then looks over at you, Parnax, and says, what has happened to my voice? And for the next 10 minutes, so for the rest of this game, all of you need to speak in a silly voice because I use that role as a divine intervention. So everyone must speak in a silly accent for 10 minutes or until the next divine intervention is rolled. So when you talk, you now must all speak in a silly accent. This dwarf says, "That was delicious, and I am not disintegrated. And now I am speaking different, but this is not bad."
Oh, you're fine. Oh, what? What is going? Oh, this is just one of the other abilities that the beholder has. Oh, okay.
Oh, you had one of the hot dogs too. Did all of you have hot dogs?
Yeah, bro. I had a hot dog. It was cool. You know, just doing my thing.
Yeah, I just had a hot dog. It's not a big deal or anything like that. It's just a hot dog. Oh, God.
I did try one, but I was worried it was actually a real dog. It was a relief to find out that it wasn't.
Oh, and you, Centaur, what do you sound like now?
You don't get away with not
No,
saying
you-
anything
you-
in a silly voice.
Absolutely
No,
don't.
you don't.
Get away with anything. No, you got.
See you carrying all these wonderful children. You should speak to the children.
Well, I couldn't help myself. I don't know what was wrong. It's like I had a little bit of the hot dog, and it was like the best thing I have ever eaten. It was so delicious. Oh, that was really good.
Roughshod, roll a charisma check.
20 on the die. 20 on the die. There's like 3 I've rolled today. 20 on the die.
All right. So while somebody in the chat wins a legendary bundle in these last few minutes, you not only have a chance to win a legendary bundle, you can, in these last few minutes, make some more ridiculous things happen as we end things out. Fortunately, Roughshod, this voice that comes emanating out, it's loud and it's shocking to the kids on your back. And there's this moment in where they're shocked. But then it's lovely and awesome, and it's not horrifying, it's amusing and amazing, and they start to giggle and laugh, and you are like, oh, okay. And now all of the kids are just begging their parents, not just for an awesome ride on your back, but also because they're just enamored with your voice. That's amazing, and they're throwing money at you. Anything anyone would like to do in these last few minutes before the kids from the orphanage are about to return and the keepers are coming and starting to help you up? There's these 2 gentlemen who are working on kind of helping with Cherry with the table that has been destroyed, helping put things back together so everything's in a nice and neat and orderly. Is there anything else any of you would like to do?
Parnax actually looks around and goes, "Oh no, this is not good. And I strike the ground 3 times. Actually, I strike it 10 times, and each time I hit it, a random small object around me, whether it's the leg of a table or my spatula or one of the pies that Waffle has, but 10 objects come to life as I cast animate objects. And I say, come on, let's clean this place up. We will get it. So literally, they're going to help clean up and fix the place for me as I help recreate and build things that were destroyed.
Nice.
Yeah, Rad and the divine spirit are also going to give you a hand. This giant 9-foot-tall
and
T-Bright is like picking up pies and gingerly putting them back on tables. And if something is particularly sort of not salvageable, Rad will just go over and sort of blow on it and make it sparkly, so maybe you don't notice that it's broken.
Cherry?
Oh, you know what, bros? I just gotta say, this has just been the greatest, most coming together moment, and I just want you to know, I love you. I love you, bros. Thanks so much for everything. Let's fight together sometime.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah. Everyone is like the best, and like absolutely. This is like, I'm usually the only cleric, and so just to like be with everybody all together, you know, like you're my family. So thank you for that forever.
I love you all.
As you're all standing there, as the animated objects are helping you clean up, as your spiritual weapons of various kinds are helping clean up, the kids from the orphanage are coming back and are excited to see all of the leftover food that is still good, or sparkly at least, all of the joy that's been given. You see two of the people who've been helping with the kids come on over in nice suits and ties with sunglasses and black hats, and they come standing on over and they're like, yeah, Jake, I think they did good. And the other one looks at his brother and says, yeah, what I think they did real good.
Oh no.
And that is will end today's game one of our anniversary game. We have a current total for donations. $2,760 have been raised so far. So thank you so much. Stick around for the next two games. We've got two amazing games coming up. There is an all artificer game coming up in about a half an hour. And then after that, an epic level 20 paladin game coming up. And those donation incentives will help quite a bit with some of those games. But for now, thank you. We're going to go around the table and thank all of our lovely people who have helped with this game and had tons of fun. We won't make Hope go first because I've made her go first every single time. So CB.
Oh, sorry. Game's over. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. My name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard across all social media channels. As stated, I'm the host and creator of the #BlackAF Roundtable. I'm an actor, vocalist, jingle artist, all around silly man. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Eugenio?
Hey everybody, I'm Eugenio, DM Jazzy Hands. You can find me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. Primarily, I am the DM and producer of an actual play podcast called The Last Refuge. New episodes every Wednesday. You can follow us at D&D Last Refuge. I'm also a designer. We just released a new Feywild anthology on the DMs Guild that I was an editor for, and I've got some other products out. You can find out all the other things that I've published and helped design at the gaming portion of my website, eugeniovargas.com. And I think that's it. Thanks so much for having me, Lauren. This was a blast.
Absolutely. And Hope?
Hi everyone, I'm Hope Lavelle. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLavelle, and you can watch me on D&D Beyond Silver and Steel show every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. PST, and you can listen to me on a podcast called Attackers of Opportunity, another D&D game, which is a lot of fun. Other than that, this has been so wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And Serena?
Oh my gosh, this was a blast. Thank you all for having me. I'm Serena Marie. You can find me on Twitter at SerenaXMarie. I'm the marketing and community manager for Critical Role. And you can catch me with Rivals of Waterdeep seasons 1 through 6, or drawing adorable illustrations on my Instagram at SerenaIsAbee.
And last but certainly not least, Adam.
I am Adam with D&D Beyond. It's been a wonderful, wonderful 3 years. Thank you all for joining us for this incredible journey and for being here with us today. Lots of other things in store for the day. So stick around, donate what you can. And I want to make absolutely sure that everyone gives it up for Lauren. You do your shout out here too, Lauren.
My shout out is thank you to everybody. It's been awesome to play with all of you. I am the community manager for D&D Beyond, so thank you once again for 3 awesome years. Stick around. We've got 2 more amazing games coming up. As I said, in a half an hour, we've got Todd Kenrick with an all artificer game, and then later on today, we've got B. Dave Walters with the all paladin one shot. Those games are going to be ridiculous. So if you can donate to Extra Life, if you can't, spread the word. Spreading the word is just as helpful. So thank you to everybody. And I don't know about you, but I feel like some pie. How about everybody else?
Yes.
I mean,
At least some ice cream.
At least some ice
chicken.
cream.
So
I want a vegetable.
Definitely
That's
the
Funny
vegetables.
every time.
I
Really.
cannot.
All right, everybody,
Oh,
go have
boy.
some vegetables, go have some water, take a stretch, and we'll see you in a half an hour. Bye.
Thank you.